Standing up for your beliefs is important and is a fundamental part of what our country is founded on. But there are situations when religious beliefs shouldn't infringe on the business of the country. That is why it is important to recognize the separation of church and state. Though morals and ethics are important in politics, many politicians and voters alike allow their religious affiliations to cloud their votes and their methods of governing. It is true that the national anthem mentions God. Every president has given a speech with God in it, and multiple national monuments mention God. But this is not a reason to put questions of religion first in politics. Multiple politicians have twisted the idea of religion as a platform to earn the votes of the conservatives, which is an unfair and misleading platform. This is the exact danger of religion meddling in politics that the Founding Fathers warned against when they created the Constitution. Monroe said, "The purpose of separation of church and state is to keep forever from these shores the ceaseless strife that has soaked the soil of Europe in blood for centuries." And therefore, this separation is crucial for the good of the country and what separates America from European countries. Also, Aristotle said, "Law is reason free from passion." Considering religion could be classified as a passion, it should be left out of our country's voting and lawmaking process. We can prevent the mingling of religion and politics by following the sound doctrines of moral conduct, keeping in mind the greatest good for the greatest number of people, and the rights outlined in the Constitution. In controversial decisions such as legality of abortion, cloning, and gay marriage, sound moral doctrine is a necessity. Politicians must decide if it is morally right or wrong to allow such issues. Moreover, when politicians consider such issues, they should consider what decision would do the greatest number of people the greatest amount of good. For example, partial cloning could improve, if not save, the lives of thousands, but it would make religious people unhappy. Wouldn't the legality of a miracle medical procedure do more good than keeping religious people happy? In addition to morality and greater good, we must also consider the Constitution. The First Amendment, though it does not clearly state the church should have no place in government, it does state, "Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion." Therefore, when making laws, politicians should not respect establishment of religion, and therefore should not rely on religious doctrine to guide their moral compass. Not only should politicians be weary of keeping their religion out of their government, but voters too should vote for the candidate most likely to improve and do the most good for the country, regardless of religious faith. If politicians and voters alike follow these guidelines and stick to the Constitution, the country will run more smoothly. The lawmaking process would be better because of the lack of dispute based on religion. The country would be improved because more laws could be passed without worrying about the religious community and instead focusing on the greater good. So I urge every citizen, voters and politicians alike, to put aside religion and religious differences in the name of progress. Separation of church and state must remain if we are to preserve the good of the America we know and love.